Hello students. So I hope you are understanding. If you have any doubt, you can clarify your doubts during evening clarification session. And as I want to tell you something, that if you have to submit the assignments, kindly follow the timings. Either you submit half an hour before the class in the morning or half an hour before clarification session starts in the evening. Don't submit whenever you feel like. Okay, so we will continue with the previous chapter. Children, in the last class I explained you what is element and what is compounds. I hope that is clear to everyone. Now, what is the difference between elements and compound? Now you can see in the slide, elements consist of only one kind of atoms, and compounds always have more than one kind of atoms. If water is H2O is a compound, then water is made up of element hydrogen and element oxygen. And element oxygen and element hydrogen will have hydrogen atoms, and oxygen will have oxygen atoms. So when both of them will combine, okay, hydrogen and oxygen will combine to form water, then water will have the particles or the atoms of hydrogen as well as of oxygen. We cannot divide elements into two or more simpler substances by physical or chemical means. But we can divide compounds into elements by chemical means. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. By chemical means, by electrolysis of water, you can separate hydrogen and oxygen into elements. There are only 118 types of elements known to mankind, but in compounds, there is no upper limit on the types of compounds that can be formed. Okay, large number of compounds can be formed. Okay, students, that is what we discussed in the previous class. And I also told you, like, elements are divided into three parts. Elements are of three types, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. So elements are divided into three types, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now what is a substance? What do you mean by substance? A chemical substance is the form of matter having constant chemical composition and characteristic properties. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, now we will see the flow chart of matter. You can see it in the slide. Children, you all know what is matter. Anything which occupies space and has mass, that is called as matter. Now, matter is of two types, that is pure substances and mixtures. These mixtures are also called as impure substances. Now, pure substance means what? What is the meaning of pure substance? Pure substance means a substance which is made up of only one kind of particles and has a fixed or constant structure. Definitely, if they are made up of one kind of particles, they will have a fixed or constant structure. So, pure substances are, or it can be classified into elements and compounds. Okay, why elements and compounds? Why we are including elements and compounds in pure substances? Can anyone of you tell? Because elements are made up of one type of atoms and compounds are also made up of one type of particles, and pure substance is that which has only one kind of particles. So elements and compounds are considered as pure substance. You can even see here in the flow chart that table salt, ammonia, they all are compounds. So element is a substance that consists of only one kind of atom. An element is a pure substance as it cannot be broken down or transformed into a new substance even by using some physical or chemical means. And as you know, elements are mostly metals, non-metals and metalloids. I hope it is clear. Compounds are also pure substances. Compounds are made up of more than one element. Okay, its compounds are made up of more than one element, but that element is chemically combined. Okay, so and it is chemically combined in a fixed ratio, so it is called as a compound. And these compounds, it can be broken into elements. Okay, now this compound, it can be broken into elements, but then also it is pure. Why it is pure? Because compound, for example, if you take the case of water will have only water particles, or you can also say molecules, because I told you more than one atom, it is called as molecule. So water is a compound and it is also a pure substance, because though it consists of two different elements which are chemically combined, but then also the water has only one type of particles, and those particles are water particles. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, now what is a mixture? I told you matter is divided into pure and impure, or pure or mixture. What is mixture? Children, mixture is also called as impure substances. Actually, matter is divided into pure as well as impure substances. Impure substances are called as mixtures. Understood, all of you? What is a mixture? Can any one of you tell me what is mixture? Mixture is a physical combination of two or more substances in which the identities are retained and are mixed in the form of solutions. So, mixture, if you take a mixture of sodium chloride and water, so their identities, their uniqueness will be retained. Okay, and they do not combine chemically in a fixed ratio. Okay, and these mixtures can also be separated by physical means. I hope it is clear to everyone. So, mixture is not, here the particles are not combined chemically, but they are physically mixed. So, they can also be separated by physical means, and they do not come under pure substances, because here it consists of many different type of particles. Now you can take the mixture, you can take the example like you take water. So water is a pure substance, water is a compound, it is a pure substance because it is made up of only water particles. Now you take salt, salt is common salt, sodium chloride you can take. So sodium chloride is also a pure substance because it consists of only sodium chloride particles. Now when you will add sodium chloride, that is table salt, in water, what will happen? The sodium chloride particles will occupy the space between the water particles, and now this solution or this mixture will contain water particles as well as sodium chloride particles. It will have two different types of particles which are not chemically combined. So we can call it as a mixture. I hope it is clear to all of you. Now if you can take sugar. In the sugar you can add small particles of sand, if you suppose add. So what it will be? A mixture, because they are physically combined but they are not chemically bonded together. I hope it is clear to everyone now. Now children, mixture is, again the mixture is of two types, homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixtures. What is a homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous mixture is a solid, liquid or gaseous mixture that has the same proportion of its components throughout the given sample. And a heterogeneous mixture has components in which proportion vary throughout the sample. I hope it is clear. I told you what is a mixture. Okay. Mixture, now mixture is of two types, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Mixtures are also called as solutions. What is a homogeneous mixture? Like just now I gave you the example of homogeneous mixture. You take water, water is pure. Now in that you add sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is also a compound. It is also pure because it consists of sodium chloride particles. Now when you will add these sodium chloride particles in water, what will happen? They will occupy the space between the water particles, but the space will be occupied uniformly. Means here there will be a uniform distribution of particles. Understood or no? So throughout the mixture there will be same proportion of its components. Everywhere same. So that is a homogeneous mixture, like I told you, like this one, sodium chloride in water, then sugar in water. So this is a example of homogeneous mixtures. You can also see some of the, it is given in the flow chart in the image. Now heterogeneous mixture example, one very common example is this, that if you take water and you add in it sand, what will happen? That is a heterogeneous mixture because it will not be equally distributed everywhere. And sand is not a pure substance. Sand itself is a mixture. I hope it is clear. So if you will add sand in water, it will be a mixture of not only one thing, but it will be a mixture of many substances because sand is not a pure substance. I hope it is clear. So that was about the homogeneous and the heterogeneous mixture, and even you can even see in the slide, you can even see the figure or the image which is given in the slide. I hope anyone, if anyone of you have any doubt, you can clarify it. Now, if you take the case of pizza, pizza is what? Is it a homogeneous or a heterogeneous mixture? It is a heterogeneous mixture. Salad, if you take, that is also a heterogeneous mixture. Okay, so homogeneous mixtures are also called as solutions. So students, we will today we will study till here only. In the next class we will study the next portion. Now what you do is, I have given you an assignment. You just revise whatever is explained to you now. You just revise, and after that you complete the assignment, because I have explained you, but you also have to go through the things. Then only you will be thorough with the things and you will know whether you have understood or no. So time is there. Just go through the things. Just read it till where I have explained you. Go through elements and compounds, the differences. It is given in the book. It is given in the last page. You just see, and after that complete the assignment. And after that also, if time is there and if you have any doubt, you clarify the doubts. Okay, children? So, thank you, students.